Hello and welcome to this first tutorial on creating widgets for WordPress. And you will see that I'm logged into my WordPress account and this is my dashboard. And over here in my next tab I've got my actual blog listed. So a lot of times when I'm working on my blog I like to have the dashboard in one tab and then the actual blog in the other. All a widget really is a little area that you see when you're looking at your blog. It's either maybe on your sidebar, sometimes it's in the footer of your blog down here. But all it is kind of like an add-on within your blog. So you'll have your main blog, but then on these little sidebars or on the bottom, might be in the footer, they'll have these little areas of what they call widgets, which are just little add-ons that you might want to put within your blog. You'll see I have one that's an image. I have another widget that is some text. I have another widget that is all the categories for this blog. Another widget is called archives, and then there's another widget called follow me on email. So if I go to my dashboard and I click on appearance, widgets, you'll see that in my sidebar I've got my image, text, category cloud, archives, and follow blog. These are all in my sidebar. And when I look at it here, there they are in my sidebar. Now, one of the requirements is to add a Twitter timeline widget. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down here, and these are all the different types of widgets that you could put on. And really all you have to do is click and drag. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and go down to my Twitter timeline widget. And when I click on it here, it's going to ask me where do I want to put it in my sidebar, footer, 1, 2, or 3. And I want to make sure I put that in my sidebar. Now, depending on your theme, you may see different ones than I see. And depending on your theme, when I click on this tab, yours might not show up here on the sidebar. Yours might be up in the top area here. There might be a little button, like a little plus button or a little icon that you might have to click in order to see your widgets. Same goes at the bottom. Sometimes they toggle in and out with little menus. And so you might have to do some work to try to find out where these widgets are going. But for the most part, they should be either on a sidebar or in a footer area. So I'm going to go ahead and click sidebar. I'm going to click add widget. Now, within this little widget area that I added, the Twitter timeline, I could add anything I want here. I'm just going to go ahead and write follow me. Or you know what, it's the School of Journalism, so I'll say follow us. You could set a width and a height if you want to, and that's what will show up on the home page. But again, you don't have to, and that's just going to default to 400. Now, you could list the number of tweets that you want to be shown. If you only want 5 widgets to show, you'd put that in there. If you just left it blank, it'll just go to default. Now, it's asking for a widget ID here, and this is kind of tricky to find. So what you're going to have to do is you're actually going to have to go to twitter.com and log in, SJMC. And when you get there, you're going to have to create your own little Twitter widget using WordPress.com. I'm sorry, using Twitter.com. When you click this little settings icon, you'll see an option to click more settings right here. And when you go there, you'll see an option that says widgets. When you click widgets, you'll see that you can create and manage your Twitter widgets here. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new one, even though I already have one that you see right there. You can create a Twitter widget based on your particular timeline. You could have a timeline of just the favorites that you've favorited on Twitter. You could also create a list and make a Twitter widget based on a certain list. So if I wanted to make a Twitter widget just on alumni, I could do that. You could also do one by a certain search topic or hashtag or a collection of different accounts and lists and different things like that. I'm going to go ahead and make just a user timeline for my particular profile, SJMCTXST. I'm going to exclude the replies and I'm going to leave these 2 clicked. So you can choose lots of choices here between light or dark. not too much customization there, but you can choose your own link color. So I will go ahead and click Create Widget, and now it's got, if I wanted to put this in a website, you could copy this code and paste it into the HTML of your website. But I don't want to do that. I actually want to go up to the very top. Once you've created your widget, you'll see in the address bar that there's this long string of numbers. Mine starts with 517, and yours might be different. But really, you're going to go, after it says twitter.com/settings/widgets, it's going to have a long string of numbers. And that's what WordPress wants. It wants this long string of numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Edit and Copy, or you can do Command-C to copy it. And now my Twitter widget area is asking for that ID, and I'm going to paste it right in there. From there, you could click your own link color, your own border color, and then you could choose the theme again. I'm going to go ahead and save it. And now when I go to my WordPress account, I'm going to refresh it, and the Twitter widget should show up, and it does. It's right here. So that is how you create your Twitter widget.